are here. I'm loving that you guys are taking action. If you got a win from this week, put in the chat. What's one win you have from this week? I would love to know who in here has a win that you want to put in the chat. All right, let us know real quick. Let me shout out a few people who have wins. It could be big, small, personal, business. It doesn't matter. Let's hear what the wins are. Somebody said I started using the AI grant finder. Okay. Lisa says, got my website almost done. Sequoia says, I got a tooth extraction. I'm still showing up. That's a win for sure. Olga says, I just used AI to write my grant proposal. Let's go. Vera says, I went and applied for 4 grants. Built my AI agent, Yashika said. I love it. Registered for my new business, Quanisha says. Okay. Woo, man, y'all action takers in here. I love it. So thank you guys for being here, showing up, taking action. Just a reminder about a few things. We're gonna keep the energy high. So if you can, let's go ahead and turn on the cameras. I see y'all been pretty good at it. I think you got in the habit of keeping them on, but I see some that don't. So let's get those cameras on. Let's get a pen and paper and let's go ahead and get ready because this is the Q&A session. So coach is going to come and answer all the questions, all the questions. All right. So let's go ahead and use the hand raise feature. At the bottom of your screen, there's a button that says react. You can click that and click raise hand. And you can come up and ask your question. Now, I got something I forgot to do. So, Coach K, who's subscribed to Coach K's podcast? Because her next episode is dropping tomorrow night. Who's been subscribed to Coach K's podcast? Me. Don't be lying to me if you haven't, all right? If you have not, just put no in the chat so I know how many people we got to get subscribed. Just it's okay. Just put no in the chat because we got to get you subscribed, all right? So, Coach K drops a weekly show. Last week we had some tech difficulties. We're apologizing. We didn't get to drop one last week because the video we had edited, there was something wrong with it. But this week we have another episode that's about to drop, y'all. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. So this is what I need to do, team. I want everybody to go first. We got to subscribe on the audio platform. All right. So everybody, if you haven't, click the link that's in the chat. I need you to go subscribe right here, right now. And once you've done so, I'm doing a giveaway today. We're doing a giveaway. We're doing one person who goes and does what I'm about to say. We're gonna give $25 gift card. All right. So go subscribe. Take a screenshot after you subscribe and share it in the Facebook group. All right. Now, that's the first thing. Once you've done that, I want you all to put done in the chat. I'm going to show you this page and show you what it looks like. Okay. So let me share my screen. I'm going to show you all what this looks like. Give me 1 second, y'all. All right, here we go. So I want you all, you can go subscribe on Spotify, on Apple, but when you on your phone, it may look a little bit different. But when you go here, you're just going to put this listen on button and you're going to choose which platform you like to listen on podcasts the most. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, whatever that is. And then you're going to go subscribe on those platforms. You're going to take a screenshot and post it in the AI and Grants Challenge Facebook group. Coach K has now, y'all, over 60 episodes, I think. Y'all didn't know she was putting in the work, did you? And she got more, and we're actually upgrading the production. It's going to be phenomenal. So be ready. She's dropping her next one next week. So somebody said, can you show me how to subscribe? When you click on whatever platform you're choosing, Carmela, there should be an option on there where you can go subscribe. It's free to subscribe. Empress says, what's the cost for this? It's free. It's free. And you're going to get notifications when Coach K drops a podcast. The guest she has coming up very soon, y'all, are going to blow your mind. So go subscribe. Now, that's for the audio, okay? Now let me hop over here and talk about the YouTube. Who's subscribed on YouTube yet? Anybody? Anybody subscribed on YouTube? If you didn't know, you can listen via Spotify, etc. But we also have her YouTube. The team's going to drop it in the chat. Go subscribe to that and share your screenshot of that in the Facebook group. What I'm going to do, coach, is at the very end of today, I'm going to come back and I'm going to share the gift card winner. So you got to go subscribe to both for a chance to win. All right. Got to subscribe to both. Our goal is we're about to blow. Coach K is already big, y'all. she's the biggest thing since sliced bread, right? So, but we gonna make sure that she keeps blowing up and people keep finding these grants, y'all, because grants can change your life. So, and the one thing I love about coaches, you guys are gonna learn, she's not just grants. She knows the business. She knows what she's talking about. So go ahead and subscribe. I'll pick somebody out at the very end of the day. So go ahead and do that right here, right now. Comment done in the chat after you've done both. After you've already done both, comment done in the chat. All right. So with that being said, I'm excited. Go ahead and use the hand raise feature if you want to come up, Coach. Let's get you up here for Q&A. And let's get number 3 started. So let's start with Tawny Henson.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Oh, and real quick reminder, so Coach doesn't have to say it. One question. My name is and my question is, if Coach gets on you, don't get butt hurt. All right. She's trying to get through as many as possible. And remember this. All right. We got to get through as many as possible, so no backstory. Okay. So make sure we're doing our best on that. All right. So Miss Tawny, and if it's a tech question, drop it in the chat. Let our team know. I'm sure it isn't for you guys, but I'm just saying if you have a tech question, I don't know where the portal's at. Coach ain't got that answer. All right. So let's go ahead, Miss Tawny. You're up.
All right, thank you. So my name is Tawny. My question is, how do I get my grant writer or my grant? Anyways, my AI agent is bringing up old things. How do I get it to update to where it's like the grants for now, like it's having an issue?
Make sure you give it the date. So you can say, hey, today is April 29th, 2026. Find me updated and current grants that are active and available for me to apply for today. So just give it the date.
Okay, thank you so much.
Good question. What's up, Jocelyn?
Hi. Okay. Sorry, I was trying to submit my subscribe.
That's okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm trying to get my video back on. Okay, you can see me. So my question is, hi, Coach K, I'm Jocelyn. Can we ask questions about website, or is it only specific to grants right now?
No, you can ask questions about websites, social media, whatever questions you have. If I can't support you, I always find somebody who can.
Okay, so my question is currently, is having your domain through Canva the best supportive website? I guess.
Good question.
Okay.
I would encourage you. So I don't know. With Canva, they give you like a pre-filled domain that sometimes has Canva at the end of it. You don't want that. You want to own your brand. So my advice would be to go to GoDaddy, go to Wix, one of those go to one of those third-party companies, secure your domain and link it to Canva. So you can actually take a domain from GoDaddy and link it to your Canva where it shows up as your business name.
Is it vice versa? Like if I already have it active because I paid for the ones for Canva, can I go to GoDaddy to?
So you'll need to go to GoDaddy, secure the domain, and transition it over to Canva.
Okay.
Yep. And then everything will show up you can publish it through Canva.
Okay, perfect.
Okay,
thank you.
Perfect. Thank you. It says, style me sweet. I can hear you, I think. Say something for me.
Coach K.
Hey.
Hi, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I don't want to be out of order, but you told me to ask the question in the Q&A. But I had another question, so I'll wait. So I wanted you to do an audit of my social media, my Instagram page.
Okay, I'm gonna do it for you. Okay.
Okay.
What's your Instagram?
Style me sweet and the number 2.
Style me sweet 2.
Yes.
Is it?
Oh, let me see. I can't. Yes.
Okay. All right. Let's see. First thing, I would change your bio. Your bio needs to seem more appealing to who your target audience is, letting them know what you do. The 50% off deposit required, that could be something that's actually on your social media. I mean, on your website. It doesn't have to be in your bio. So you might, the wording or the wording or the verbiage might make somebody not want to actually book you. So I would actually change that. More content for sure. It looks like the last time you posted was 6 days ago, and then before that was April the 22nd. So you should be posting once a day, every single day. Even if it's you just baking like a random treat, even if it's you, maybe you're at the grocery store and you're talking about your journey. But you definitely want to make sure you're posting at least once a day. There's a lot of it looks like it's a mixture of some personal and some business. That could be confusing when it comes to your target audience. Like this is I'm gonna turn it around and show it, but this is a personal picture, has nothing to do with baking. So or your business. So I probably wouldn't put it on there unless it's a client that you've serviced and you have like a backstory of the relationship that you built with that client. So I would kind of go, I wouldn't put that on my social media. It looks like you have a link in your bio to book. First thing is there's nothing here to capture I came to your website, but you don't know I came to your website. So you need what we would consider as a lead magnet. This could be a 10% off discount code. This could be a newsletter. This could be a free recipe or something of that sort, where people are just going to type in their email address and you can kind of like start sending them emails as you run specials and as you run promotions. I'll do the rest inside of the academy, because your website, we definitely want to make sure that we're showing it some love. Because if I look at your website, the first thing I see is the virtual cupcake, but I probably won't see the donate. I'm going to see $1,000. And I'm going to look at this and say, what cupcake is $1,000? And why do I need $1,000 cupcake? So I get what you're doing. And it's actually good that you have that on there, but there are different ways that you can put it, and it shouldn't be the first thing that your clients see. So we'll do a deeper dive in the academy if that's okay. But I hope that helps you for now.
Okay, thank you. And that one picture that you saw, I was at a Hello Alice event and they asked us to post that picture on our social media page to represent that we were at Google and at a Hello Alice. So that's the only reason why that one was there.
Yep.
And thank you.
Yep. Definitely do it. And then, you can always go back in and delete it later.
Okay.
But you definitely want to make sure that everything kind of aligns with your brand and you're kind of separating that business and personal, unless that's part of your brand where you kind of commingle both business and personal together.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. You're welcome. All right, you guys, I can't do that again. So if that's your question, if you're raising your hand for a social media audit, we don't have the time to do it again. I told you guys I would only do one a day. What's up, Ryan?
Oh, not much. How you doing?
Good.
Okay, so my question is, when it comes to credit repair, would it be most beneficial to freeze the secondary credit bureaus such as Innovis, LexisNexis?
Good question. Yes, you definitely want to freeze those secondary credit bureaus. Are you inside the community?
Oh,
Okay, so if you go to the community in the classroom section, we have links of all those secondary credit bureaus where all you have to do is click on them and go freeze it.
okay, yes, thank you.
You're welcome. What's up, Gail?
Hi, how are you? My question is, I have two, so I'll go back around. My question is, you said Gmail is not a good email. So what is a good email?
So you can go to GoDaddy, wherever you go secure your domain for your website, like the name of your website. You can also link a business address to that. So when you go to GoDaddy and you say, whatever your business name is, .com, you can establish a business email address attached to that. So it would be info@yourbusinessname.com, sales@yourbusinessname.com. You can do Gail@yourbusinessname.com. But if you email somebody from yourbusinessname@gmail.com, they're going to think it's not a real business. They're going to think it's a scam. If Amazon sent you something from Amazon@gmail.com, what would you think about Amazon?
Okay.
You would think it's
Yes,
a scam,
it is.
right? So you have to position your business the same way as if it's already the $1 million empire that it has the potential to be. So your business name, anything in front of your business name at gmail.com.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. What's up, Jessica?
Hey, good afternoon. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, thank you. So my question is, did the 5 p.m. session with credit happened today? And if so, where was it advertised?
Yep. So we did there was believe it, my team sent out a text message and an email with the details for that. But yes, we did have the session today. If you're a VIP, it will be included inside of your VIP portal as well, if you missed it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. What's up, Miss Cotton?
Hello there. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm well. I'm Curry. My question is, how do I confirm whether I'm a lifetime access member?
Yep. If you want to drop your information inside of the chat, or either my team can drop their team, if you could drop the link inside of the chat, you can send them an email directly or a message directly, and they'll be able to tell you what your status is inside of the community.
Okay. Thank you.
Love it. Thank you. What's up? Is it Kenyatta? Kenyatta?
Yes, it's Kenyatta. Finding yourself. How are you?
I'm good.
Good. My question is, if my credit score is super duper low, and I mean to the flow.
Understand. I've been there.
Am I able to still get a business loan or?
Good question. So there are some companies that do revenue-based funding, which would be you could get approved for business loans based off of the revenue that you have coming in your business. There are also what's called no PG credit cards, which means that they go based off of your business credit and not your personal credit. But if you don't have a strong personal credit score, you can't walk into a bank and get approved. So we would want to work on our personal credit, increase our personal credit. The different strategies that we talked about today, while focusing on grants, because grants don't check your credit at all. So let's focus on some grant strategies and then get some revenue in the business, and you can do what's called revenue-based funding as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. What's up, Miss Elaine?
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
My question is about membership too. I thought that I am a life member under the business and grants.
Okay.
Do I have to join again?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Okay.
If you are a lifetime member under business and grant community, you are automatically upgraded to VIP. If you don't have access, just reach out to my team. They're going to drop the link in the chat.
Okay.
Reach out to them and they'll make sure you get access.
Yeah, you sent me an email saying I wasn't a member, so that's what threw me off.
So I apologize about that, but just reach out to my team and they'll make sure everything is squared away for you.
Okay.
They're really awesome. What's up, Faith Marie?
So you were so good that I ended up doing a grant last night. So
I love it.
My question is, what is next? Do I sit back and wait for them to contact me? Do I
good question.
How do I know that everything went well?
Good question. So as you apply for a grant, they're going to tell you what the deadline of the grant is and when they're going to announce the winner, but you don't sit back and just wait. You just keep applying for more grants and they'll notify you if you are. Absolutely. Somebody in the chat said, do another one. Yep. So we don't sit back and wait. We just continue to apply for multiple grants. And then we go in or we wait, we see the emails, because you'll get an email, check your email every single day. You'll get an email if you are awarded the grant. And when you are awarded the grant, you use it to reinvest it back into your business, but you still keep applying for more grants. Good strategy. I love it. Thank you. Is it Shantae? Am I saying that correctly? You got to unmute for me. It's not allowed. There we go.
Oh,
hi. How are you?
I'm well, and yourself?
Good. Can you pronounce your first name for me?
Shantae.
Okay, I said it right. How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
Good.
Quick question. If I'm in the process of amending my business to a totally different industry, am I able still to apply for grants?
Yes, ma'am. So what you can do is, are you keeping the same LLC that you have?
I'm keeping the same LLC, yes, but it's a completely different industry.
That's okay. Yep, because we don't get grants because of our industry. We get grants because of our. What do we get grants because of our what? Say it in the chat if you know. We get grants because of our impact. So your industry doesn't matter. We get grants because of our impact. So absolutely, you still can apply.
Okay. Thank you.
Good question. Let's see. It says ARCPM. Why do I feel like my contact's not working today, y'all? It says ARCPM. Gwen, you got to unmute. It's not allowing me to unmute you. Okay. Hey, Jada.
Hey, my name is Jada, and my question is, my business is Miss Woods Goes AI. I started it for teachers, but I want to move into.
You about to give me the backstory. Go straight to the question for me.
I'm going to tell you, I want to move into helping people get their LLC and set it up correctly.
Gotcha.
And also into grants. Now, do I have to get another EIN, or can I do that whole umbrella?
Your question is, if you're starting a new business to help others set up their business right and get access to grants, should you establish another another entity? Yes. Right. It should be separate from the entity that you have, because that's a completely different business. So, yep, absolutely. Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Yep, good question. What's up, Dorothy? Hey, Miss Dorothy.
Hello, my name is Dorothy. My name is Dorothy, and my question is, when the session is over, do you have different portals for each masterclass you do, or is it just one portal?
Good question. So when this session is over, the AI and Grants Challenge, there is a VIP portal for this session. But if you are a part of our community, we have a separate session for the community. And this session, this challenge will not be inside of the community because it's separate.
Okay. Now,
I'm sorry.
I'm a lifetime. So how do I know which one to go to?
So if you want to review or go back in and rewatch this information from this session, you would have to go to your VIP portal. But if you want access to like the coaching calls and the grant list and all of the things that we do inside the community, you can go to the community. So my advice would be to spend more time in the community. And then if you need to revisit this information later, you can revisit as well.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Hey, Miss Gill, I see you got back around. You got back around quick.
I know. The other lady answered my one question. So, if you have your EIN, can you file for grants for other things? If in other words, my EIN is for my business, but can I file for something else, like for my church? Can I file for a grant for my church?
Your church would need to file for grants under the church. So every EIN is it's like a person. Your EIN is kind of like a social security number. So you can't go to the bank and apply for a credit card for somebody else. It has to be the person. Does that make sense? So when you're applying for grants, whatever EIN number that you're using, you have to use that business to apply for grants. Your church has to apply for their own grants. Your family members and friends, they have to apply for their own grants. Yep. So you use your EIN number to benefit you. And it's also taxable as well. So you don't want to be taxed for something for income that somebody else is going to receive.
Okay. That's great. Yeah. I understand that more than I understand all of it.
Okay. Good question. Let's see. What's up, Fancy?
Okay, I'm unmuted. Everybody can hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Great. I have 2 questions. Do I get 2 questions or one?
One.
Okay. So I have a legal name change, and based on something that I did recently, makes me feel like maybe something is not right in my credit area. I did my social security number got changed legally on file. Do I have to call all the bureaus separately and tell them that I have a legal name change?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yep.
All right. Thank you. I'll come back around with the next one if I can.
All right. Perfect. What's up, Miss Jocelyn? I see you made it back up.
Yes, of course. Okay, so I have going back to the website, so I did pay the domain for Canva. I'm trying to make sure that it's set up correctly. Now it has its own personal
You give me
domain.
the backstory. Go straight to the question for me.
So can you reiterate on your answer as far as like, so you're saying Canva domain, even though you pay for it, is not
with the Canva domain, is it the name that you want, or does it have Canva behind it?
No, it doesn't have Canva. It's my.
Well, then you can use it.
Okay.
As long as it doesn't have Canva behind it and you pay for it, you can use it. Yes.
Gotcha.
You can use it. Good question. What's up, Mandy? Mandy, you've been locked in. We met this weekend and you was like, I'm all in. I love it. What's up, Mandy?
Hey, can you hear me?
I can.
Okay, so you kind of answered my 2 questions, so this is just a basic question now. What is
Uh-oh, you froze up on me. You're going to have to log out and log back in for me, Mandy. It froze up on me. Or is it me? What's up, Miss Roseberry?
Oh. Hey there. Okay. The question is, can I bypass paddle?
Can you bypass who?
Like, okay, for the lovable, am I like they want to do the verification? How can I bypass paddle? Because it's been over a week. My website is ready. I want somebody to check it out.
I don't know the answer to that. Tucker, are you around? Let me wait till Tucker comes back around, and I'll see how we can. I'll see if we can get that. I don't think you can, but I'll see. I'll get clarification for you.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. What's up, Miss Claudia?
Good afternoon. Good to see you, Coach K. My question is, as business owner, how do you pay yourself if you're the director or the CEO? Please.
How do you pay yourself?
Yes.
So yep, there are payment services, payment processing services there are payroll services that you can use, like ADP payroll. I would tell you to create a salary and actually like have a salary that you pay yourself and you document it and you keep up with it. But ADP payroll isn't a great resource. Or you can do QuickBooks as well. And you just create a salary, what you're going to pay yourself, have a schedule of when you're going to pay yourself. So the 1st or the 15th. Decide if you're going to be a W-2 employee or a 1099 employee. W-2 means you're going to take taxes out and you're going to pay taxes. 1099, no taxes. You're going to be responsible. Like you can be a contractor within your business, but you also want to make sure that you're talking to a CPA, a tax advisor, letting them do an overview of your business to see where you are in your business, to figure out what the best strategies are for your business, because that could vary based off of each business as well.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. What's up, Nikki?
Hey there, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Above ground, sister, and moving around. All right, so you gave us the 7 streams of income, but in that session, we only got 4. Can you give me 5, 6, and 7?
I did that in here?
No, not in here. It's
okay.
From previous.
Okay. So yeah, I'll do it real quick. So you got a product, you got a service, you have a subscription-based service, you have affiliate links, you have ebooks, you have a digital course, and then you have social media as well.
Gotcha. Thank you.
You're welcome. You had me confused. I was like, I said that in here. But I appreciate you being locked in on both. Thank you so much, Miss Nikki. What's up, Miss Wilson?
Hello, can you hear me?
I can.
Okay, here we go. All right, good evening. I'm Lavanna. My question is this. If you were mentoring a first-generation woman who's a wife, stay-home mom, and juggling multiple businesses, what practical steps will you give her when it comes to time management without burnout?
Good question. First thing I would tell her to do is focus on one thing. A lot of times when we are starting our business or we decide we want to be an entrepreneur, we try to go get 10 different things and try to be great at 10 different things. If you're giving 10 different things, a piece of you, nothing is getting 100% of you. So I would tell you to focus on one thing that you're really good at, like one thing that people call you and ask you to do. That is your one thing that could help you make 6 to 7 figures in your business. So one, focus on the power of one. Somebody say one in the chat. Focus on the power of one. The next thing is I used to do a 525 plan. I would make a list of 25 things that I wanted to do every week, no matter how big or how small. Sometimes it was just folding the laundry. And every day I would knock out 5 things. When you look at a list and there's 25 things on the list, sometimes you get overwhelmed and you're like, man, I got all of these things that I have to do. But if I break it down and I just complete 5 things every single day, by the end of the week, I've knocked out 25 things and I feel a little bit more accomplished. So 1, focus on the power of 1. 2, do the 525. And 3, use and leverage ChatGPT and AI. Give it your schedule. Tell it all of the things that you got to do. Man, I got to take the kids to practice this week. I want to work on my business this week. I work a 9 to 5. This is my schedule. Based off of what I'm telling you and what my schedule is, give me a calendar of where I should be placing my time and the things that I should be doing. And I also I'm looking around trying to see if I have my planner. I have a planner. My planner is from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. It's not a daily planner, it's an hourly planner. So I know what I'm doing every single day. So there's no free time. There's no time to watch Netflix. There's no time to scroll. Well, I do schedule an hour in there every single day to kind of scroll on social media, but I know what I'm doing every hour of the day to really maximize my time. So those are my go-tos. Thank you for asking.
Thank you.
Thank you. Is it Marby?
Hi, it's Marby. Hi, Coach K. My question is, how do grants impact you tax-wise? How are they
Good question. Good question. Grants are income for your business, and anything that is considered income for your business can be taxed. However, we are taking this income that we're receiving in our business and we're reinvesting it back into our business. So as you're making new investments, somebody type invest in the chat. As you are making investments into your business, these are tax write-offs and tax deductions for you. So when it comes to your bottom line, you don't really have to, I don't want to say don't worry about taxes, but it balances out because you're taking the money to reinvest it back into your business to help your business grow. We've had entrepreneurs secure millions of dollars in grants and they haven't yelled at me yet. So you all right.
Okay, thanks.
I'm going to go with Mandy because she was in. Give me just a second, Mr. Willie. I'm going to go with Mandy because she was in and her mic cut off. What's up, Mandy?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Like I said, you had answered both of my other questions, but I just wanted a simple question. Like, what is the best way to increase your social media platform? Because I have everything obviously you've seen on my social media, and I want to branch off and just have my business on one. How can I build it?
Yep. So if you're creating a business social media page, one, you just have to figure out what type of content you want to post. So for me, my content is value content. I give away so much free game and free information on my social media page that people want to follow me, but they also want to know how they can work with me because I give them so many gems and so many tips. So if you were starting a page and you were catering to beauty professionals, you would give them the journey of how to grow their beauty profession or how to grow their business to a 6 to 7 figure business. And then you would start telling them and talking to them and telling them your journey and the things that you did. Also, just being consistent. You can't grow a social media page posting every now and then. You have to post at least once a day. I have grew my social media page and I still am growing my social media page and I'm a 7-figure entrepreneur and I post 3 times a day. So if you have somebody that is in the same industry as you or that somebody that you want to model and they're posting 3 times a day, why are you not? If that's where you want to be. So find you somebody that you want to not necessarily copycat, right? But my mentor says it's okay to be a copycat if you're copying the right cat. But find you somebody online to kind of secret shadow, right? And so if there's somebody in your industry that's already doing the things that you want to do, kind of look to see what they're doing. Okay, they're posting 3 times a day. I need to be posting 3 times a day. They're giving value content. I need to be giving value content. Okay, they are posting on Instagram stories. They're using threads. They're using TikTok. you're influenced. Absolutely, Miss Wilson. So you're watching what they're doing, and then also leverage other viral posts. I had a post that got over 4 million views, and it's a mustard seed. And it's somebody holding the mustard seed. It's not me holding the mustard seed, it's somebody else. I reposted, I took a screenshot, posted it on my page, and said, this is your reminder that this is all you need. The post got 4 million views. It wasn't my post. You can use and borrow other people's posts. Now, if you're using somebody else's posts, give them credit if you can, but you can use and borrow other people's posts to impact your page as well. Consistency, find you a shadow, find somebody that's an influence that you can shadow, and then just make sure you're posting multiple times a day.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, what's up, Mr. Willie?
I'm doing good. Thank you for asking, and you too.
I'm good. I'm good.
Okay. So my question has to do with was it a week before last or last week, and I kind of got so inspired of your teaching on setting up agent, that will help you in many of your activities.
Okay.
But I am a lifetime member. I try to go to get a replay on that video. I have no access.
Yesterday we talked about agents. So you, as a lifetime member, you'll have access to that. You can review, go watch the replay from yesterday. It'll be in your VIP portal.
I'm a lifetime member, but I don't know how to access it.
Reach out to my customer support. They just dropped the link in the chat. Reach out to them. They'll get you access. Unfortunately, I can't do it right now because I'm teaching, but they'll do it for you.
Okay, I got you.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yep. Anybody else who has a question about their portal, who has questions about accessing the VIP or the community, just please reach out to my customer support. All right, you guys, we got several hands up, and we only got a couple of minutes left. I want to get through as many of these questions as possible. My name is, my question is. My name is, my question is. What's up, Miss Vicky?
Hello, my name is Vicky, and my question is there ever a case when the owner of a business can also be the registered agent?
Yes, you can be your registered agent if you have a brick and mortar space. So if you have a brick, well, you can do it if you're using a virtual address too. But yes, the owner of a business can be their own registered agent. The registered agent is really just a person that makes sure you stay organized, make sure you stay in compliance. So if you are an organized person, you're okay with the communication between the Secretary of State and you, absolutely, you can be your own registered agent.
Okay, thank you.
Great question. What's up, Antonio?
Good evening, one and all. My name is Antonio. My question is, how can or where can I get help putting together my proposal?
Tonight, we're going to go over how to write your grant proposal. So I'm going to show you how to do it tonight.
What time would that be?
Right after this class, right after we finish it. Right after we finish this Q&A call. I got you.
Okay, thank you.
Awesome. Thanks. What's up, Miss Seats? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
My name is Perrin, and my question is, now I've had some disruption on my credit here recently. I mean, like in the last
Gotcha.
8
I got to
weeks.
get you to go straight to the question for me.
How can I go about, even though it was paid off, how can I go about cleaning that off? They telling me it's gonna have
Gotcha. So what you can do is you can take your credit report, you can upload it into ChatGPT, and you can tell ChatGPT to act as if it is a credit specialist or as if it is a credit attorney, and give you the laws and a dispute letter to send to those companies. And ChatGPT, based off of your credit report, will actually send them the letters to dispute it and possibly help you get it removed. If it comes back as verified, or if it comes back and they say, hey, we can't remove it, take that letter or whatever they send you, upload that into ChatGPT and say, hey, give me a response to this. And ChatGPT will give you the response. You might have to go back a couple of times, especially if they're saying, oh, it's verified, or oh, this did happen. But just anything, any response or any communication that they send to you, upload it in ChatGPT, and ChatGPT will do the work for you. All three. Yep. Yes, ma'am. What's up, Miss Benford?
Hey, I'm Yashika. My question is, I just had
opened up a nonprofit, but I had already been doing what my nonprofit is going to do now in my for-profit business. Is it
Gotcha.
illegal for me to say I've been doing this
No,
stuff?
not at all. You can tell them that you've been doing the work. It's okay.
Okay.
Yep, you can say, hey, I made it a legal entity in January 2026, but I've been doing this work since 1999. I don't want to put that age on you. I'm sorry, but
Right.
you can say I've been doing this work for a long time, and that's absolutely okay.
Okay. Thank you.
What's up, Marty?
Hi, my name's Madi, and my question is, if I've applied for a bank account in the past, but it was shut down due to some type of fraud stuff, and check systems won't allow me to make another bank account, how am I supposed to be able to get funding for grants if
Good
I need a
question.
business bank account?
Good question. So all banks don't pull from the same check system, so you need to go to a different bank. Try online banks like Bluevine or Novo. Some of them have what's called like second chance accounts. So even though you might be in check systems, they'll give you a different account that might have different restrictions on it. If you can't go to like a traditional bank, then a credit union might be beneficial for you. So don't go back to the same bank, find a different bank. But Novo, Novo, or Bluevine might be a better option for you. Thank you. What's up, Nia?
Hi, I'm Mia. And my question is, if I have a grant, an AI generated grant proposal ready to go, how do I know? Sorry, I hope I'm not answering the question myself while asking it, but how do I know what I need to critique to make sure that it fits with the site?
I'm going to show you
besides
tonight. I'm going to show you I'm going to show you tonight how to take your answers and make sure that it matches with the grant that you're applying for and how to properly use the AI grant proposal that you have. I got you.
Okay. And website too?
Your website?
Is a website mandatory if I'm just now getting started?
Your website is mandatory. We talked about that on day one, and then we showed you how to use Lovable to create and draft out your website. So yes, it's mandatory.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, you guys, let's blitz through these last couple of ones. What's up, Miss Sharita?
Can you hear me?
I can.
Yes. Hello. I think you might have answered it, but I was denied a business checking account with Bluevine, so I didn't know where to go or what.
Try Novo, Novo.
Okay.
Novo. Try Novo. I just dropped the link in the chat for you.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. What's up, Miss Joanne? I can't hear you. I'll go to the next person while we wait on you, Miss Joanne. What's up, Fancy?
Hi again. So I just wanted to ask, meeting you and Alicia, I wanted to kind of dedicate something to you guys as part of the program that I'm offering in my class. How I need to make sure that I'm not like conflicting with anything or doing anything illegal as far as you guys. Like I want to be able to maybe say I'm going to give away something that you're offering.
I would reach out to Kaylee so she can kind of coordinate that to see what it is that you're doing and how we can support you with that. Just reach out to Kaylee directly.
Okay.
Kaylee, can you reach out to Miss Fancy Jones for me?
I got you.
Yep, thank you. What's up, Miss Willis?
How you doing?
I'm
Please
good.
call me Giovanni.
I'm sorry, Miss. I'm sorry, Giovanni. I'm a Southern girl, and my mama on here. So if I don't say Miss, and she'll get me.
Had a quick question. My I just got the parent. I did the parent agent thing, and I made a different name than my company. However, I'm using my company name as the Gmail. So I'm trying to figure out should I change get obviously a new address, right? Because we don't use Gmail. What should I do? Should I use the parent company for the business name instead, even though my business name
Who did
is
you do
not
the
my
parent company with?
I did it with Prime yesterday.
Okay, I would contact Prime and I would tell Prime the confusion that you have, and they'll be able to kind of source it out. So you have they need to see what you're doing and be able to kind of pinpoint and tell you this is what you need to do. I would just reach out to Prime.
Okay.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. What's up, Miss Joanne? I can't hear you. Log out and log back in for me. I'll bring you back up. What's up, Spencer?
Hi, my name is Spencer, and my question is, how can I get rid of a bankruptcy off of my credit?
So you can contact the generally bankruptcies stay on your credit report for 7 years. You can contact the your county's office, like the courthouse, and you can ask them for, if you have been dismissed, you can ask them for the letter that shows your dismissal. You can upload both of those, your credit report and the dismissal, inside of ChatGPT, and ask it what strategies you can use to remove it from your credit report. But most of the time, it's really challenging to get it off until after 7 years. But there are still companies that will give you funding, even though you coming out of a bankruptcy. We've had a couple of people that have still been able to get funding, and grants don't check your credit at all. So, but yeah, so get your dismissal letter, upload it inside of ChatGPT with your credit report, and ask ChatGPT to give you the letter to send to the credit bureaus to try to get it removed.
Thank you.
You're welcome. What's up, Jennifer?
Hey, Jennifer. Quick question. So you said that we should keep our business website, not website, I'm
Go
sorry,
straight to the
social
question
media.
for me. Go straight to the question for me.
This is the question. You said we're supposed to keep them separate from each other, and
Mhm.
I was told not to. So do I need to create a new business one?
You were told not to keep your business separate from your
Yeah, they
personal?
was like put some personal stuff on there as well to make you seem, to be a human being.
It depends on you and who your target audience is and what you're going through, what you're going to. People didn't know until this year I have a daughter, and the only reason why they knew that is because she has a TikTok page where she's made over 6 figures on TikTok, and I advertise that. So you can do what works for you. You can still humanize yourself without showcasing your entire life on social media. I want you to come to my page and know exactly how I can service you, and that's grants. So every post that you see on my page is catered to grants. Even if it's something personal, I figure out how to tie it back into grants. So that's my strategy. I think with social media, you can use different things that align with you, and you figure out what works for you. So you can test it out to see if it works and see if that's what your audience likes. But for me, my people know you ain't getting too much. You're not going to see what I'm eating for lunch. You're not going to see me pumping gas. Like, people come to me all the time and they're like, you need to do, personal content. I'm like, that's not me. Like, I'm value content, and I lead with value, and I'm known for value content. So do what works for you, try it out, and see if your audience likes it.
And if you do what works for me, I'll never be on social media.
Okay.
So I'm listening to you, and I'm gonna do post at least once a day, like you said.
I love it. I love it. And you guys,
Thank
sometimes
you.
I think we overthink content, right? So I can go to social media and I can type a blank post. I can go social media, I can do a blank screen, right? And I can say, I want to help whatever it is that you do. I want to help 10 people. Actually, I did it this morning. I'll show you the one I did this morning. I can say, I want to help 10 people get approved for grants for their business. This is the post that I did, right? It says, I want to help 10 people get approved for grants. I can do this on a blank screen. I can do this over an old video. It's not me talking. It's not, and all I'm doing is telling them to comment, and I'm sending them a link if they're commenting because they're telling me that they're interested in what I'm doing. Social media doesn't have to be hard. We make it hard. You do what works for you. You don't have to talk if you don't want to talk. You don't have to post you if you don't want to post you. You just need to post something.
Okay, perfect.
All right.
Thank you so.
You're welcome. Y'all didn't know that I was food. Y'all thought I was just grants. Did y'all think I was just grants? It's more than grants over here. What's up, Millie?
Hi, good afternoon. I am Shataka, and my question, Coach K, is right now I'm just on a excuse me. Right now I'm just on a monthly payment with you, but looking to do the yearly. The annual lifetime. Sorry. So
Gotcha.
with that, because I'm monthly, I need to know, do I still get the opportunity to have like a one-on-one with you? Because I have
good question. So
done
unfortunately,
my grants and stuff.
Good question, Miss Millie. I don't do one-on-ones. I have like a VIP day that I offer that I never even talk about, but I don't offer one-on-ones. I coach like one-to-many. So unfortunately, I don't do like a one-on-one call where we can sit down and we can do Zoom and I kind of coach you like one-on-one. I do have an inner circle. And inside of my inner circle, it's very private, it's very intimate, like it's less than probably 15 or 20 people, but I don't offer one-on-ones. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. What's up, Miss Brooks?
Hi, so I wanted to know if you can give some advice on how to kind of like flip our nonprofit to a profit. So I know like yesterday you were
Good
talking about
question.
like,
So you
yeah,
can't flip a nonprofit to a profit. So if either you have a nonprofit or you have a for-profit. Now, if you're a
no, I
nonprofit,
mean
if you
like,
want to make money in your nonprofit, is that the question?
yes,
Okay, so your nonprofit, just because you're a nonprofit does not mean you can't make money. There are billion-dollar nonprofits out there. So whatever
okay,
it is that you do, you can have
right,
a fee for service for what you do. So if you
okay,
are
that's what you
catering
meant.
to the
Okay,
youth and you wanted to start a program for the youth and you wanted
yes,
to charge parents to bring their youth to your program, you can do that in your nonprofit. And that's how you are profitable inside of your nonprofit. So your
got
nonprofit can
you,
have a fee for service as well.
got you. Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
What's up, Tiffany? Y'all, Tiffany has won like 4 or 5 grants. I can't even keep track anymore. What's up, Tiffany?
Hello, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. So I have a question. When we started our business, we started obviously for profit. I did the paperwork and everything to do a nonprofit, but I got really caught up in opening up my brick and mortar. And now we're focusing a lot on like foster care and autism. And I
Gotcha,
want
Tiffany.
to go back
I
to
got to
my
get you to go to the
nonprofit.
question for me.
Yep, that's what my question is. Do I need to restart the nonprofit or can I use the paperwork? I never officially filed the
Yeah, if
paperwork.
you never officially filed, then you're gonna have to restart the paperwork. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yep, good question.
Okay. That was my question. Thanks.
All right, you're welcome. Is it Jackie? Jack? I'm sorry, I just butchered that.
Oops.
I can hear you, I think.
Yeah, I muted my so Jiki is the name, Jiki. My question is, I did write it down. I said, oh, I did open a bank account already, but I would like to know, I did change my business name and I did mail the IRS.
I got to get you to go straight to the question for me. You giving me the backstory.
Okay, so all right, let's be very straight, like you said. I would like to know if I need to update my business name. Yeah, I would love to update my business name with the bank, but I would like to know if I need to wait for a new EIN or an updated EIN before doing so.
If you're getting a new EIN, then yes, you need to wait until you receive that before you update it with the bank. Yep.
Okay, but I was told online that if you change your business name, you don't need to have a new EIN.
Yeah, you don't need a new EIN for a business name. So if you're just changing your business name, you'll go to your Secretary of State. And when you go to your Secretary of State, you want to amend it. But you don't want to do anything with the bank until everything else is squared away.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, all right. So
All right, thank you. Let's see, Janet. All right, team. I think these are going to be the last 2 questions.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you, Coach K, for being a blessing. My question is regarding the NACIS codes. Where do I go to try to figure out if my business is considered to be high risk or
Unless you
creating a
are
new business?
Unless you're doing something with like money or real estate, it's probably not high risk. What business is it?
Event planning.
No, it's not high risk.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Good question. What's up, Evelyn?
Oh, hold on. I wanted to know if I wanted to know, I have a nonprofit and a profit. So I want to know, could I put both of them on the website or do I have to do 2 different websites?
I would encourage you to do 2 different websites. There are some people who have it on the same website, but I think your nonprofit should have its own website and your for-profit should have its own website as well.
Okay. And
you can't do two questions. You can't do two questions. Let's see. I think we got one more. Is it Tanaka?
Yes.
Did I say that right today?
Uh-oh. You did. You can hear me?
Uh-huh.
Okay. My question is, you mentioned to focus on one business at a time. I have two LLCs and not doing anything with either one of them. Would you suggest that I close one or just keep it as it is, as it's been, until I can get the other one off the ground first?
Yeah, you already have it there, so just keep it as it is. I would keep it as it is.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Awesome. All right, you guys, let's get ready to dive into the main session. If you're ready to dive into grants and learn how to actually write out your grant proposals today, type ready in the chat. Type ready in the chat. Type ready in the chat. Ready, ready. Flame the chat up with ready. Flame the chat up with ready. Awesome, awesome. All right, you guys, I'm excited for day 3 of the Grants and AI Challenge. Today, we're just going to unlock actually how to submit some of these grant applications. The first day, we talked about the foundation and how to just make sure that you are grant ready. Some people are actually missing out on grant opportunities because they're not ready to receive these grants. Like, we're just randomly applying for these grants and we don't know what to say, how to win, and how to position ourselves for the funding. But what we did in day 1 was we put away any myths or misconceptions when it comes to getting access to grants. We shifted our mindset to understand that we can get access to this money for our business. And then we coached you on how to create your websites, how to make sure your business is fundable, and how to go out and win these grants. Somebody type win in the chat if you are ready to win grants. Day 2, we talked about the importance of going from a business owner to a CEO. There are some people that are playing it small when it comes to their dreams and comes to their vision. But what we did was we made sure that everybody in the room was going big. And now they are the CEO of their vision, the CEO of their brand, and they're ready to lock in and go to the next level. Type CEO if you are ready to lock in. We created AI agents. I showed you the importance of AI agents and how AI agents can help you in your business. And now we are at day 3, halfway there. And you guys, today, we're about to actually write out grant answers and write out grant proposals, and we're going to use ChatGPT and AI to make it happen. This will go pretty fast. You will want to revisit this. I'm just going to be honest. I am going to give you prompts and things that you can put inside of ChatGPT that will generate the grant answers for you, that will generate the grant proposals for you. So if you are not VIP by now, what are you waiting on? Type VIP in the chat if you're already VIP. Type VIP in the chat. Let me see who my VIPs are. Type VIP in the chat. If you're not VIP, team, drop the link for them to join. Vicky said VIP. Terry said VIP. Nikki said VIP. Susan, listen, if you are not VIP, go get in the room. You can set it up on a payment arrangement if you can. That $97 can turn into thousands of dollars in grants for you because you're going to want to revisit this information. And you're not going to be able to ask me 2 weeks from now, hey, Coach K, what did you say on day 3 again? You'll be able to go directly into this portal and watch day 3 and get the prompts and get the information. And it's already inside waiting on you. So day 3, we're going to unlock winning grant stories, AI proposal writing, and funding strategies and how to build relationships when it comes to AI. So what you learned today, storytelling, AI-powered grant proposals, training AI to mirror your tone and your impact. We're going to talk about the importance of creating a pitch deck, letter of intent. We're even going to go over sponsorships, and we're going to do a live grant demo as well. So when it comes to getting access to grants, most of the time people that have applied for a grant and they haven't won a grant is they're missing that connection with the person on the other side reading this. Have you ever picked up a good book, and the book was so good that you couldn't put it down? And by the time you realized that you were halfway through it or you were already done, that needs to be the power of your grant proposals. That needs to be the power of your answers. You want to make sure within the first sentence or 2, you are capturing their attention and making them want to read more and learn more about you. So instead of starting your answers of, hey, I'm Coach K and I need this grant for my business, I want to start it with something impactful or start it with a statistic or something that makes them want to read. I realized that entrepreneurs, I would probably, if I was applying for a grant, I would start it and say, I realized that entrepreneurs don't know how to get access to money for their business. So I created a platform to show them step by step how to get started. I captured your attention instead of telling you who I am. I shine more light on the problem that I am solving and how I am the solution to the problem. Do you see how those answers sound completely different? Do you see how, and I'm just being honest when I say this, and please don't take this the wrong way. Nobody cares about your name. Most of the time when we're starting these answers and we're applying for these grants, or maybe we're on social media and we're talking about our business, we immediately want to give them the name. My name is such and such, such and such. Nobody cares. They want to know how your business is solving a problem and how you are a solution to the problem. Find the problem, be the solution. Type it in the chat. So when it comes to what to post on social media, you talk about how your business is a problem, how you have located a problem, and how you are a solution to the problem. When it comes to getting grants and how to win a grant, you find the problem and be the solution. You are the solution. You are what's needed in your industry. You are what's needed in your community. And when you have the confidence and you position yourself as the need, companies are going to be excited to give you access to money. You have to tell your story. Your story plus your impact is what's going to get you access to the funding. All right. Inside of your answers, you have to have emotion. It can't sound like you're just another person asking for money. There has to be some type of emotion attached to your answer to make them understand why you started this business, why you're passionate about the problem that you're going to solve, why you are excited about getting access to this money, and why you're excited about growing your business. There has to be some type of emotion in there that it connects with the person on the other side of the camera reading the screen. There has to be emotion. I'm sorry. There has to be belief. You got to have credibility. You can't just say, I'm another person that started a business. There has to be some type of belief and credibility inside that shows why you are trustworthy and why they should give you 50,000, 100,000, or even $1 million. We get grants because of our impact. Somebody type impact in the chat. We get grants because of our impact. And when we are highlighting our impact and we're highlighting the things that we are doing, not because of your industry, not because you're in the beauty industry, not because you're in transportation, not because you're in coaching, not because you have a nonprofit, we are focusing on our impact. And that's what scoots you to the front of the line and makes them want to read your answers and potentially give you access to the grants over everybody else. Understanding, make it simple. Getting grants and applying for grants does not have to be complicated. Those fancy words that you think you have to put inside of the grant proposal to make you stand out, it will not win you the grant. It has to be simple. You have to remember that the person on the other side of the grant application is a human most of the time. And that human has to read those answers. So if it's not filled with emotion, if they can't believe and see the credibility, if your impact is not on paper and they don't understand what you do, you won't win the grant. But you have to make them understand your impact, understand your belief, understand your emotion, and actually feel your emotion. And then if you're like, well, Coach K, all of this sounds amazing, but how do I put all of this into words? How do I make it all come together? AI can enhance your answers. Now, something else that I want entrepreneurs to know is that AI is a tool to assist you. Type assist in the chat. It cannot, it can. We don't want it to do all of the work for us. Okay? You have to be the CEO. You have to be the founder. We are delegating the task to AI to simplify the process, but it's not doing all of the work. So if I go to ChatGPT and I say, hey, apply for this grant, it's going to apply for the grant for me. But if I give it the prompt, if I give it a little backstory, if I give it the details of what I need, it makes the answer and it enhances the answer to make it better. So you have to use this tool to assist you. These are the different 8 elements that create a fundable story. 8 elements. Take a screenshot. It will be inside of your VIP portal, but take a screenshot if you're not a VIP. These are the 8 elements. So you want to make sure you have the origin of your story, why you started. Why did you start this company? Why did you start this business? Most of the time, it's because you have located a problem. We started the business because we felt like we could do it better than somebody else. We started the business because we seen a need. We started the business because maybe a family member went through something and we had to help the family member. One of my friends started a healthcare business because her father passed away and she felt like if she would have known exactly what to do before he passed away, she probably could have saved his life. So she started a healthcare business to make sure that no other family member went through that same trauma and didn't have the resources that they need. And she was awarded $200,000 in grants because she tells her story. She created the business that solves the problem, and she puts it all together to go get access to grants. Me personally, I wanted childcare for my daughter. I couldn't find affordable childcare, and the childcare that I was able to find, it didn't have extended hours. When my daughter was in daycare, I was getting off of work at 5 o'clock, going across town trying to make it by 5:30 to pick. Well, I was getting off work at 5:15, and I had to pick up my daughter by 5:30. So I was rushing across the other side of town, putting my life in danger to try to pick up my daughter by 5:30. That was the problem. That's my story. I created the solution to the problem by starting my own childcare center. And then I started helping and supporting other parents in the neighborhood and offering them affordable childcare with extended hours and making sure that they didn't have to worry about, getting off of work and going on the other side of the town to try to hear up and get their child. So I found a problem. I became the solution to the problem. So you have to tell the origin of your story, why you started. You have to tell the problem that you solve. What you solve is important. Why is there a need for your business? When you apply for grants, you don't just say, hey, I need money to catch up on my light bill. I need money just because I need it. You have to be able to show them that when you receive this money, you're going to do something with it to go impact others, to help your target audience and to solve a problem. What community you serve, who is impacted? Who benefits from you? Who benefits from you starting this business? Who is your target audience? Is really what this asking, okay? How are you a solution to the problem? Now, this is your unique approach. You have to have a wow factor. Somebody type wow in the chat. You have to have something that immediately separates you from anybody else that's in the game. You can't just be another entrepreneur. You can't just be another nonprofit. You can't just be another beautician. You can't just be another transportation company. You can't just be another coach. You immediately have to do something that separates you from anybody else that's out there. What is your wow factor? What separates you? If you're not sure, go to ChatGPT, talk to ChatGPT. Hey, I have to have something that separates my business from anybody else. Let's create a wow factor that makes people want to be involved in my business and my brand, and see what ChatGPT gives you back. But when you're able to identify something that immediately separates your business and your brand, and you're able to show these companies what your unique approach is and how you are the solution to the problem, it makes them want to connect with you more. So you have to have a wow factor. Your impact, results you will achieve. You can't just say, I want to go help 100 people, or I want to go help people. You can't, oh, I want to help people. Oh, I want to start this business because I want to start this business because there's a need for this business. But by starting this business, I'll be able to help 1,000 people within 6 months. And this is what I'm going to be able to help them with. So now I'm putting a number in there that shows them my impact, the results, the benefit of people actually working with me, the benefit of people actually using my product, the benefit of people actually using my service. So if you're a product-based business, talk about the benefit of people actually using your product, whether it's organic skincare, maybe you're in the medical field, maybe you have a health program or a wellness program. What is the results that people are going to achieve by connecting with you? Then you want to show them your capacity, why you can deliver. You have to be able to deliver on what you're requesting. So if you are not in the space where you can get $100,000 grant and you can deliver on that $100,000 grant, that grant isn't for you. But maybe you're in the space where a $10,000 grant might be beneficial. Maybe you're in the space where a $25,000 grant might be beneficial. You have to have the capacity to deliver on the grants that you're receiving. Okay? The funding that you need, what you require. Tell these companies what you need. Be confident about what you need. Now, if you're applying for a grant that says, hey, we have $10,000, then you tell them how you're going to use the $10,000. But if you're applying for a grant and they don't have a number on there and they just say, hey, this is a grant and you need $1 million, tell them you need $1 million, but you have to tell them exactly where that $1 million is going to go and how it's going to help you grow. So you need to know what your funding need is, what you require, how much money you need. You're going to have a budget breakdown. In your budget breakdown, you need to know penny by penny, piece by piece, what you need to make your business and your brand successful. This could be hiring staff. This could be hiring employees. This could be going to get that that new home that you've seen to purchase a piece of real estate. This could be going to purchase more land. This could be going to get that commercial property. This could be for inventory. This could be for a community event. You have to just know what your funding need is. And then vision and sustainability. What's your long term? Like grants isn't a short term thing. And this is why I tell people don't ask for grants for hardship. Because if I am asking for grants just because of my hardship, they want to know, well, when I give you this $10,000, when I give you this $20,000, what happens next when all the money is gone? But if I can show them what my long-term goals are and what my long-term plan is and how I'm going to continue to navigate and continue to grow when they give me access to this capital, it makes them excited to give me this money. Okay? So long-term plan, long-term goals are important, all right? So you can build your story with AI. So if you can apply for a job, you can complete a grant application. If you can complete a job application, you can complete a grant application. Why? Because they're very similar. When you apply for a job, you send them a resume. Guess what your grant proposal is going to have? Your grant proposal is kind of outlined like a resume. It tells your story. You give it the most of your qualifications. You send in a cover letter. Your grant proposal will have a cover letter. Your cover letter highlights all of your qualifications to receive this job. When you are applying for a job, you're telling them why you are the most qualified candidate, right? Why they should pick you to give you the job. When you're applying for a grant, you're doing the same exact thing. You're telling these companies why you are the most qualified candidate and why they should give you the grant that you're requesting. This is how AI is going to help you build your story. It's going to help you create and highlight your mission and your purpose, your impact and your outcome, the purpose of your funding, community impact, and who's going to benefit, your problem and solution statement with a clear narrative. So maybe you're thinking, well, Coach K, I don't even know what my problem and solution statement is. Anybody thinking that? Like, I don't know what problem my business is going to solve. Anybody thinking that? You can get a grant for anything. I love how y'all answering the questions in the chat. Shout out to you. Sarah said, I struggle defining the problem. Sarah, what business are you in? Let me know real quick in the chat. What industry are you in? Real quick. Retreats. What do your retreats do? Who do they cater to? Wellness, financial. Sarah, how you don't know what your problem? Wellness, financial, spiritual, healthy lifestyle. All right. We're going to go to ChatGPT. Put it into words. Gotcha. Okay. I'm getting ready to apply for grants for my business. I need to identify a problem and solution statement. My name is Sarah. I host wellness retreats. We also provide financial literacy, spiritual, and we promote healthy lifestyles. We host these retreats once a year, targeting females, and coaching them to the next level. Help me identify what my problem and solution statement is and give me statistics to back it up. So all I'm doing, you guys, is I'm actually going in and I'm telling it about me, what I'm doing, and I'm giving it the job that I want it to do. I'm telling it to find my problem statement and my solution statement. This prompt is also inside of your VIP. It's also inside of your VIP portal. It's the problem and solution prompt. All you got to do is type it in and give it a little information about your business, and it'll unlock this information. So it says, women today face a compounding crisis of financial stress, mental burnout, and lack of holistic support systems. It gives statistics to back up what I'm saying. It identifies the gap. Then it tells how I am the solution to the problem. So I found the problem. Women need me. They need mental health. They need support with mental health. They need support when they feel burnt out. They need support with financial literacy and financial information, right? And so that's the problem. The solution to the problem is simple, Sarah. It's you. The solution is simple. It's you. It's the resorts that the retreats that you host, the retreats, and how you're catering to them at these retreats and what you're giving them at the retreats. You can build on this how you want. You can give it the name of the retreats. You can tell it how many times you do the retreats. And then it even goes another level and it gives an impact statement and your strong 1-sentence statement. You can do this with any business. If you are VIP, there's a prompt inside of VIP. There's a prompt inside of VIP where all you have to do is literally go in, copy the prompt, paste it in, and tell it about your business. Okay? Any business can do this. Every business has a problem and solution statement. Every business has a problem and solution statement. It's literally just pulling it out of you. Sarah, reach out to Kaylee for me. Kaylee, can you reach out to Sarah Cunningham for me? And we'll make sure she gets this. Okay? Thank you, Kay. All right, so this is your problem and solution statement. So now that I know what my problem and solution statement is, I immediately know who I'm going to help, why I started this business, and how my business is a solution to the problem. Well, guess what I can do next? I can go in and I can build around this problem and solution statement when it comes to writing my grant proposal. It's going to make it a little easier for me and ChatGPT to create the narrative that we need to go get access to grants, because now we know what problem our business is going to solve and how we are the solution to the problem. Being the solution, the solution to the problem is always simple. It's always you. Don't overthink the solution. The solution is always you. Somebody say, I am the solution in the chat. I know that's more than what we normally type, but say, I am the solution to the in the chat. The solution to the problem is always you. Great entrepreneurs solve problems. So now you just have to go identify the problem. But the solution is the business, that $1 million empire that you started, the $1 billion brand that you are building. That is the solution. Okay? All right. So a good grant proposal. Now that we know our problem and solution statement, we know we know how we are going to impact the world and change the world. These are some key components that a good grant proposal will have inside. A good grant proposal is going to have an executive summary. Your executive summary is going to be a snapshot of your project. It's just going to be an overview of what it is that you're getting ready to talk about. It's the leading paragraph. It's the first thing that most people see when they are doing your grant proposals, when they are reading your grant proposals. Let me say this before we get started on the grant proposals. You only need one grant proposal. Somebody type 1 in the chat. You only need one grant proposal. Only one. But what we do is we take these grant proposals, and as we're applying for these grants and they're asking us for grant proposals, we go in and tweak it to make sure that it aligns with the grant that we're actually applying for. So you create and generate one grant proposal, and as you're applying for grants, you just go in and make a couple of changes and a couple of adjustments to make sure that it aligns with the grant that you're applying for. The same way when you're applying for a job, right? You go see a job. When I was applying for jobs, I went to Wells Fargo. I applied for Wells Fargo. I made sure that my job application aligned with who Wells Fargo said they wanted to hire. But then I went to Bank of America, and Bank of America said something completely different. So I went in and adjusted my resume and my cover letter just a little bit to make sure that I position myself as the most qualified person when it came to getting the job at Bank of America. I didn't get the job at Bank of America, but I got it at Wells Fargo. It's the same thing when you're applying for grants. You are just putting on paper why you are the best. Somebody type best in the chat. You're putting on paper why you are the best. You're putting those ideas that you have in your head, your mission, your impact, your goals, that dream you've been sitting on. You're putting it on paper and telling these companies why you need the money to make it happen. You can get access to grants for things that you want to do in the future. You can get access to grants for vision, for your ideas. It doesn't have to be things that you are doing right now. My girl Tiffany got over, I believe, 4 or 5 grants, and her business wasn't even, the doors of her company wasn't even open yet. She went to these companies and told them, these are the things that I want to do, and I need money to make it happen. She went to her city council and she said, hey, I'm getting ready to open up a business in your area. You need to give me some money so I can grow and expand this business. And she walked away with the $5,000 check. So you can get access to grant funding because of your vision, because of your impact, but you just got to get out of your own way and believe in your vision, believe in your dreams, have the confidence to know that you are going to build $1 million business, $1 million empire. Type millionaire in the chat. So these are the key components that go into a solid grant proposal, okay? Your executive summary is just a snapshot of your project. It's going to be the overview. It's the first paragraph. But in this paragraph, this is where you're going to tell your story. In this paragraph, you want to make sure it's strong. You want to make sure it's powerful. You're going to make sure that it makes them want to read more. Okay? You can't start this off by, hey, you guys, my name is Coach K, and I need grants for my business today. Nobody's going to keep reading it. But if I immediately capture your attention with the problem that I am going to solve and how my business is a solution to the problem, introduce yourself later, because they don't care about the name of your business anyway. Okay? Start off capturing the attention, telling your story, making the connection. Then you want to give them your problem and solution statement that you already have because ChatGPT generated it for you. Your problem and your problem and solution statement, the need you address and how you will solve it. Always give statistics in your problem and solution statement. It always helps. It always shows that you're not just another person that's talking about what you're going to do. It shows that you've done the work and you know exactly who you're going to help and who you're going to serve. How do you find statistics? AI. You go into ChatGPT and say, hey, give me stats, give me statistics to back this up. Okay. Give them your goals and your objectives, but make sure it has measurable outcomes. Don't say I want to help 1 million people if you don't have the capacity to help 1 million people. Yes, that might be the goal, might be a long-term goal of yours, but who can I impact right now? Who can I impact with this $20,000 grant that I'm applying for? How many people can I serve and support with this $5,000 grant that I'm getting ready to receive? So always give them your goals and your objectives with measurable outcomes. Identify who your exact target audience is. And if you're unsure or uncertain about who your target audience is, guess where you go? ChatGPT. Ask chat, who is your target audience, or ask me, right? Because when you're able to pinpoint who your target audience is and you're able to identify who you want to help, and although your business and your brand, you might be able to serve a lot of people, there's usually like that one group or one demographic that you really want to dial in on. Me, for example, when I first started, I only wanted to work with women entrepreneurs. I only wanted to help female entrepreneurs get access to grants. And sometimes when people ask me, who is your target audience? I still reference, hey, I like to help female entrepreneurs because they're underserved and underfunded. But I have a community full of male entrepreneurs. Sorry, guys, I love y'all. But I have a community full of male entrepreneurs as well. So your business can help and service so many different people in so many different ways. But when you're able to fully identify who your target audience is and who you immediately want to connect, it makes your answers, it strengthens your answers, and it strengthens your response. So identify who your target audience is. If you are serving everyone, you're serving no one. If you're serving everyone, you're serving no one. So you really want to pinpoint and identify exactly if you could change the world today with the business that you have, who would you go help first? That's who your target audience is. Whether it's moms, whether it's dads, whether it's convicted felons, whether it's youth, whatever it is, that's who your target audience is, okay? And then focus on community impact. All grants don't require that you have a community impact inside. There are some grants that don't require you. And when we say community impact, this doesn't mean that you have to be out feeding the homeless, although I encourage you to do some type of initiative to give back. When we talk about community impact could just be helping the youth. Community impact could be helping another single mother or a single father. Community impact could be if you have an event space, leasing out your event space once a month to a nonprofit. That's community impact. So figure out something that you can do within your business and in your brand that connects you with the community in a way that could serve you, help you, and help you give back as well. And this could be something that you do once a year. We have somebody inside of our community. He has a mobile pressure washing business. He got a grant for his mobile pressure washing business because once a year he does a day where he goes to service disabled veterans and he pressure washes their homes for free once a year. And he got a grant so he can go out and do more. So when you focus on impact and not your industry, if he went to these companies and said, hey, I need a grant because I'm a mobile pressure washing company, do you think he would have received the grant? Probably not, right? But because he went to these companies and said, hey, I noticed that, and I don't know if this was his exact verbiage, I'm just using this as an example. I noticed that there are a lot of homes in this area that need love and support, and they're owned by the elderly, and some of them are disabled veterans. So to help them and support them once a year, I'm gonna come around and I'm just gonna detail their homes or mobile or pressure wash their homes. I have 5 people that I want to help. It's normally $100 for me to pressure wash the home. So if you give me $5,000, or if you give me $500 in a grant, I'll be able to go help 5 people. If you give me $1,000, I'll be able to go help 10 people. You see how aligning your grant, giving them measurable outcomes, telling them who you're going to benefit, the problem you're going to solve, how you're going to be the solution to the problem, the impact that you're going to be able to make, that's what gets you access to grants. So if he said I had a pressure washing company, guess what? He wouldn't have received the grant. But when he went in with his impact, that's what got him access to these grants. Y'all locked in? Say locked in the chat. Yes, this can be done in Claude. You can use Claude or ChatGPT, whichever one you desire. Okay. All right. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Okay. So it gives you want to make sure it has the organizational capacity, like why you can deliver a budget. Each grant proposal has to have a budget inside. You have to be able to talk about how much money you need, where this money is going to go, and how it's going to help you grow. You can't just say I need $10,000. You can't just say I need $50,000. You can't just say I need $100,000. If I say I need $100,000, I know 5,000 is going towards marketing. I know 10,000 is going towards a community event. I know 15,000 is going towards staffing and community and career development. I know another $10,000 is going towards a mentorship program that that's gonna help me invest in my journey and help me invest in my business and help me grow. There are so many different strategies for you to get access to grants. You can say you need a $2,000 grant to travel, because if I go travel and I go to while I'm traveling, if I do research on businesses and organizations while I'm traveling and I take that information and bring it back to my business to make my business better, it benefits the business. You can put anything inside of your grant proposal that you need to make your business successful. It just has to make sense. Now, you can't ask for a $100,000 grant and then say you want it for your salary and then say your salary is $95,000. You can't do that. But I can ask for a $100,000 grant and I can say $10,000 or $20,000 of that grant is going towards salary and career development. And that could be my salary. Grants are so powerful, and the budget of your grant is so powerful that you can get grants for multiple years. One of our community members, Melvin, one of the grants that he received, he's getting $50,000 for the next 3 years. So imagine waking up January 1st, 2027 with already $50,000 in revenue for your business, and it came from a grant because you put in your budget that these are the consistent things that you're going to need to make your business and your brand grow. All right, evaluation and measurement. You have to be able to measure your success. You can't say I'm going to help 100 people and you don't have a way to track it. So you just have to be able to measure your success. And then a conclusion. That's your closing statement. It reinforces your impact. So this is how we're going to write our winning grant proposals. Y'all ready? You want to focus on the problem, talk about the solution, heavy on the impact, the capacity, the acts, which is your budget, and then you want to have an outcome. Clear. Always make sure you're clear. Always make sure you are compelling, which is your emotional connection, and have data to back it up. But most importantly, always make sure you are aligned with the funders. Here's how we're going to use AI to actually write the grant proposals. Inside of your VIP portal, you're going to have a prompt where all you have to do is copy that prompt, paste it inside, and tell it about your business. But here's how. You want to make sure that you have a grant profile. So make sure that AI knows about your business. So start off with the prompt. I'm getting ready to apply for grants. I need you to ask me a list of questions so that AI knows about you. Make sure you generate each section separately. I like to do the grant section separately. So let me go back real quick. I like to start with the executive summary. After it gives me the executive summary, I go to my problem and solution statement. After it gives me that, I'll do the goals and objectives. If you go to ChatGPT and tell it to do everything at one time, sometimes it just gets a little confusing, okay? But if you go in and you give it one task at a time, it makes the answers better. Ask AI to expand for clarity. You don't have to go with the first answer that ChatGPT or AI gives you. You can go back in and say, hey, clarify this, make this answer better, make this answer stronger, strengthen this answer, strengthen this response, improve your wording. If you feel like it sounds like a robot, if you feel like it's not talking in your tone and style, change it. Tell it to change it. Tell it to humanize the text. Add emotional connections. Tell your story. Make it understand your vision. If you're not good with typing things out, talk to it. Hit that microphone button and actually talk to it. Always make sure it has data and statistics inside. Make sure it's aligned with any grant that you apply for. And then always make sure it's a polished grant proposal, right? So these are some different prompts that you can use, right? So you want to act as a certified grant writer with over 10 years of experience and a 98% success rate. Write a full grant proposal. The second prompt is you can have it rewrite for clarity. These are inside of your VIP portal. You can have it rewrite for clarity. You can have it to add an emotional impact, expand the impact statement. And then you want to make sure, of course, you always want to make sure it's trained in your tone and style. I'm getting ready to do a demo for you guys. So I'll revisit training it in your tone and style really quick because this is super important. We talked about it yesterday, but it's super important for today as well. Because as you're writing these grant proposals and you're writing this information, you want to make sure it sounds like you and it doesn't sound like a robot. You want to make sure that nobody's able to tell that you're using AI. And there are some companies that will put your grant proposals inside of ChatGPT to make in your answers inside of ChatGPT to make sure that it's not AI detectable. How do we remove AI from our grant answers? You can upload any samples that you have. So if you have written something before, maybe you are a journalist, maybe you have an article that you did before, maybe you just like to write, journal, and blog. You can upload that information or upload those scripts and those things that you've done inside of ChatGPT and tell it to pull your or Claude and tell it to pull your tone and style out of it. Social media captions. If you write your own social media captions, screenshot them, post them inside of your AI tool, whether it's ChatGPT or Claude, and say, hey, based off of this, what is my tone or style? You can actually go to it and talk to it. Have a 10-minute conversation where you're just randomly talking, just randomly mumbling things, or just talking about your dreams, talking about your vision, talking about your goals. After you finish talking to it, tell it to pull your tone and style out of the way you were talking. Now, when you're doing this, make sure that you're not over exaggerating. Talk like you would normally talk in the conversation you would normally have, and it will pull your tone and style out of it. So when I go to my personal ChatGPT and I log in and I say, and I say, hey, millionaire bestie, it'll come back and say, hey, girl. Like, it understands how to talk to me because that's what I would say. If I'm texting one of my friends, I'm going to say, hey, girl. And it gets my tone and style because I use it so much. So this is the importance of making sure that ChatGPT understands your tone and style. If you feel like you don't like what it's giving you, challenge it. Tell it to make it better. Remember, you are the CEO. This is an employee in your business, so you have to treat it as if it's a CEO. You can give it emails, you can give it websites, you can give it different pitch statements in your mission statements. AI has to have personality. Like, you have to give it personality to get the best input and output. Okay. So remember, you have the prompt on how to change it or how to make it understand your tone and style. It'll tell you if you're motivational, warm, expert, direct. It'll tell you if your style is short or emotional or conversational. And then grant voice, you always want to make sure your grant voice is impact driven, but you also want to make sure it has a little bit of the others inside as well. All right, these are your tone and style prompts. I'm just going to flip through those because you do have those inside of your VIP portal. So I'm going to use this one as an example. So I don't know if you guys remember, but a couple of days ago, I did a business plan for Lady Gate. Lady Gate has a skating ring. I briefly gave it a prompt and told it to create a business plan for Lady Gate. I want to show you how you can take this same business plan that you should have and you can convert it into a grant proposal. Guess what you do? All you do is go inside and say, now turn this into a detailed grant proposal. And boom, it's going to start thinking. It's going to start thinking. It's going to start doing the work. And we're going to come back in just a couple minutes and it's going to be a detailed grant proposal that we can use. Sorry, y'all. It's going to create a detailed grant proposal that we can actually use when applying for these grants, right? But I want to go to ChatGPT and I want to show you ChatGPT, and hopefully in just a moment it'll be available so I can show you the difference between a grant proposal in ChatGPT and a grant proposal in Claude, okay? So what you can do is you can go to this dictate button here if you're using ChatGPT, and you can tell it, act as a certified grant writer with over 10 years of experience and a 98% success rate. I need you to write me out actually, hold on, you guys. I'm going to use Sarah because we already have Sarah's problem statement. So we're going to use Sarah's problem statement, okay? So we're going to build on this. Okay. Act as a certified grant writer with over 10 years of experience and a 98% success rate. Your job is going to be to write me a detailed grant proposal based off of the information that you know from above. Inside of this grant proposal, I want you to highlight my problem statement, my solution statement, my mission, my impact, and my vision, and how we are hosting retreats to connect with women. So I told it to write me a full grant proposal. I'm going to hit this send button here. It's going to do the work that I tell it to do. It's going to go in, it's going to write me a full grant proposal that shows my executive summary. It gives the problem statement, the solution statement. This is all off of one prompt, you guys. All off of one prompt. Can you win a grant with this? Absolutely. Is it possible that you will want this a little more detailed and there are some grants that were required? This is powerful. Just got done with mine. On point. Love it, Miss Henson. So inside it doesn't, Miss Teresa, I don't do one-on-one calls. I'm sorry. Thank you, Kay. Can you win a grant with this? Absolutely. Is it possible that you might want it a little bit more detailed? Yes, you can. So what you can do is if you're using ChatGPT, remember I said ChatGPT is a little different. It wants you to give it to them like step by step. So I can go in and I can say, okay, write out the executive summary for me first. Well, I'll do it this way. Microphone. I like the microphone, y'all. This is great, but let's separate this step by step. Can you break this down? Let's do the executive summary first. Give me a detailed executive summary. So it's giving me a detailed executive summary. A detailed executive summary. And then all I have to do is go in, read, and make sure, see how more detailed this is when you break it down step by step? See how more detailed that is when you break it down step by step? It's way more detailed. Way more detailed. So now I can go in and I can build on this. So it gave me the executive summary. This is the first executive summary that it gave me. It's like 2 paragraphs. But then when I broke it down, it gave it to me step by step. Then I can go in and say, all right, give me the budget breakdown. All right, this is great. Now I need you to give me a budget breakdown on how I'm going to use $100,000 in grants. Give me a detailed budget, and we're going to host our next retreat with this budget. So it says, here's a professional grant ready $100,000 breakdown. It's showing step by step how she's going to use this $100,000. It's even detailing what the venue rental is going to be for the 3 to 4 days, the lodging, the food, the hospitality. It's giving everything that we need. Up here in this grant proposal that I just went in and told it to do, it didn't even give us a budget. But when I instructed on what to do, remember I'm the CEO and I'm telling my employee what to do. When I instructed what to do, it gives me a better turnout. It gives me better information. It gives me a better outcome. It gives me the best. Give me type best in the chat. Let me see if we can redo this real quick, y'all. What I love about Claude, you guys, although sometimes it does take, it thinks, and it takes a little longer, it gives you a very, very, very detailed and better response. And if it needs to ask you additional questions, it will ask you additional questions. So if you're connecting it directly to a funder, it will give you the details of, like, it will ask you the details of the funder in Claude. If it's a private foundation or if it's just multiple, it will ask you that information. Like, how much do you want to use it for? Like, what do you need? A specific, smaller amount, seed grant? It's asking you this information so that it can write you the best answers and write you the best response. And so it's going to go through, detail it out. Yes, CLAUDE. CLAUDE. All right, so it says, good. I have the doc still loaded, right? So it's thinking. And sometimes it does take Claude just a little bit longer. But if there's information or details that it needs to ask you for clarification, it always comes back and asks it to make sure that you get the best response. You also don't have to stay inside. It can notify you when it's available. So I'm going to say notify. I'm going to turn on the alerts. And when it's ready, it's going to send me a notification. So we can move forward and we can wait on it to become available, you guys. Okay. Now, we got a couple minutes. I got a couple more things we have to go through. Somebody, is this good? Let me know in the chat. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Okay, perfect. Now, your business can also have what's called, there are some grants that allow you to actually pitch your business. These are presentations that you can make to pitch your business for a chance. These are presentations that you can take to pitch your business for a chance to win a grant. So maybe you're like, you know what? I'm not really good at I'm not really good at texting. Or maybe you're like, Coach K, I'm not really good at, writing this out, but I am really good at talking about my business. Anybody in the room like that? Anybody in the room like that? Like you are amazing at somebody asks you about your business, you can go on and on and on and on and on for hours. If that's you, then pitch competitions might be the best option for you. This is where you're actually going to get on stage to pitch your business, to pitch your brand. And then sometimes within these pitch competitions, they ask you to have what's called a pitch deck. A pitch deck is just a presentation that you're going to give to these funders, you're going to give to these organizations to tell them about your business, to tell them about your brand, to show them the strategies on how you're going to solve the problem, how you're going to be the solution to the problem, how much money do you need. You can create your pitch decks with AI. You can create your pitch decks with AI. So you can go directly to ChatGPT. You can go directly to ChatGPT and say, hey, my name is, we're going to use Sarah again. Let's go back and use Sarah again. So if I'm just building on this, right? We got one prompt and we're just building on it over and over and over again. Is it Sarah? Nope, this isn't Sarah. Sorry, y'all. Let me go back. All right, so we're still using. Sophia says she is effective with her writing. Perfect, Sophia. Then writing the grant proposals is probably best for you. All right, so I'm going to use Sarah again. Remember, all we did was start with one prompt with Sarah, and then we're just building on that prompt. We're just building on what we gave it. So every time we get ready to do something, and you can go in and you can create a folder. So you can create a project, and you can just say grants inside of your ChatGPT. And anything that you are doing with grants will be inside of this project. And every time you want to do something with grants, you'll just go to this project and build on it. Every single time. Okay. So we're going to use Sarah as an example again. Remember, Sarah has the retreats. I can go in and I can tell ChatGPT to create this as a pitch deck. Give me a pitch deck and give me the slides that I need to put inside of Menace. To do your pitch decks, I want you to use Menace, which is an AI tool as well. Hey, I need you to create me a pitch deck. I want to create a pitch deck inside of Menace based off of the information above. Just give me the slide presentations to put inside of Menace to create a pitch deck. Menace, M-A-N-U-S, M-A-N-U-S, yes. This is Menace, y'all. This is Menace. So what we did was we went to ChatGPT, told ChatGPT that we needed the slides for a pitch deck. All we have to do is copy what ChatGPT gave us, bring it over here to Menace, paste it inside. Uh-oh, I copied the wrong thing. Sorry, y'all. Don't be like me and copy the wrong thing. All right, got it. Here we go. Why is it not copying my stuff? Hold on, y'all. One second, you guys. All right. There we go. So we go to Menace, M-A-N-U-S, M-A-N-U-S, right here, M-A-N-U-S. We paste it inside of Manus. When we paste it inside of Manus, we can just tell Manus what to do. ChatGPT has already done the work. But if you have a logo that you want to update, if you have brand colors that you want to upload, and you want Manus to align with your logo, your brand colors, whatever it is that you need, you can put it inside of Manus. Hit enter. Manus is going to create us a pitch deck. It's thinking, it's doing the work. It says, I've received the file. And in just a couple of seconds, it's going to create us a pitch deck that we can use to go apply for grants. You actually can take your pitch deck and you can send it to angel investors. You can send it to sponsors. You can send it to you can send it for donations. You can send it for collaborations and things that you can need for your business. But that is Manus. It's going to create it in just a moment, and we'll come back to it in just a second, you guys. So maybe you are the person that's like, Coach K, I don't want to complete a whole bunch of grant applications. I would rather pitch my business. I would rather send out an application to people. I mean, I would rather send out my pitch deck to people and show them about my business. And then if they're interested, they can reach back out to me. You can take your pitch deck, send it out to CEOs and CFOs and foundations, and just email it to them with a nice letter or a nice email that says, hey, this is my business, this is my brand. We're interested in getting access to some grants, some sponsorships, or donations, or even angel investors. Take a look at the pitch deck and let me know if you're interested, and let's schedule a 10-minute call to talk about our next steps. That's a whole strategy. A whole strategy. There's so many free opportunities out there, so many opportunities for you to get access to this free money. You just have to think outside the box. You just have to think outside the box, all right? So your pitch deck is going to be visibility, awareness, alignment, connection, conversation, opportunity, and then most important, funding, y'all. Funding, all right? Let's see what it came up with. Is it still working? Is it still working? It says task complete. All right, it's creating the slides now, y'all. Sorry. All right, y'all. It just takes just a second, but we'll move forward while we wait on those, and we'll come back and view them as soon as they're done. Can we have in writing what you just said about the pitch deck to the funders with the pitch? Yeah, I can upload that to the VIP portal. How to do your pitch deck, like how to send your pitch decks. Yep. So inside of your pitch decks, this is what you want to have. A title, your problem and solution statement. Super important in everything that we do, because we have to be the solution to a problem. Your mission, your impact, big on your impact. Companies want to know how you're impacting others. What is your funding ask? What are you asking for? Even if it's not a grant, even if you are soliciting a grant, let's just say that they don't have a grant that they're advertising, but you're coming to this company and you're saying, hey, I want a $5,000 sponsorship, or I want a $10,000 sponsorship. What is your funding ask, but what is the breakdown and where this money is going to go? Sometimes when I'm sending out sponsorships or I'm requesting money and I'm doing like a cold call, and I'm just requesting, not cold call, but randomly sending it out and requesting it, I give several different breakdowns. So I might, if I'm asking for sponsorship, I do 3 different sponsorship packages. I might have a $5,000, $10,000, or $20,000 package where I'm asking for sponsorships, and different options. And then always make sure it has your contact information inside. Lastly, I want to touch on letter of intent. Now, you might say, I'm very good at writing. I'm not good at pitching, but I'm very good at writing. I've seen some people say that in the chat. One of our community members, Melvin, he received over $250,000 in grants. One of those grants that he received is $50,000 he's going to get for the next 3 weeks. For the next 3 years. His strategy was LOIs, or letter of intent. What he did was he went to ChatGPT, had ChatGPT create a letter of intent, and he sent this out to hundreds of companies, and just talked about his intent, what his goals were, what his vision was, and invited them in to have a conversation with him to talk about grants. So you can take inside of your VIP portal, you're going to have a prompt for a letter of intent. You can take that same information that we already have and say, based off of what you already know about me, turn this into a letter of intent where I can use to go apply for additional grants. Yep. In other words, what I'm saying is there's no excuse. There's no excuse. So this created a detailed letter of intent. Now, all I got to do is read this, make sure it sounds like me. And if it does, I can take this and go copy it and send it out to emails and send it out to organizations. And maybe you're thinking, where can I find those companies? Where can I find the people to send the emails to? Good question. LinkedIn. You send this information directly to the people on LinkedIn. Now, before I let you go for tonight, I want you guys to see this pitch deck that it created for Sarah. All we did was tell it that Sarah wanted to have a retreat. All we did was tell it that Sarah wanted to have a retreat and she wanted to connect with women. Oh man, did I go out? Yep, I did. Hold on one second, y'all. All right, so all we did was tell it that Sarah wanted to have a retreat and Sarah wanted to connect with women, and she wanted to impact others. That's all we did. And it created a full pitch deck that we can use to go apply for multiple grants. Full pitch deck that we can use to apply for multiple grants. A full pitch deck, y'all. I got you, James. And it's still working on it, so it's still thinking. So you can see it kind of adjusting and redoing things as we're working on it. But it just gives us everything we need. And I can take this, I can use it to go apply for grants. I can take it, I can use it to go get sponsorships for my next retreat. I can take it and I can use it to source opportunities. But it's all inside and all available for you. Claude is still thinking, James. It's still thinking. So I'll just show you guys tomorrow. All right. So I have a quick question for you. How many people don't want this to end? I know we're at day 3. And how many people can see that there are just so many other strategies to get access to funding? There are so many other ways to grow and monetize your business. There's so many other ways for us to lock in on this opportunity together. Now, there are going to be some people who showed up for this summit. I'm going to show up for this challenge. You showed up every single day and you took amazing notes. But when this call ends, some of you are not going to execute. Some of you are going to lose the folder that you have. Some of you are not even going to access your VIP portal. But then there's another group of you that you still might not truly believe that you can do this. Like you still might not have the confidence to know that you're like, it sounds good and I might try. And maybe you go apply for 1 grant or you apply for 2 grants and you don't get it and you feel like giving up. But what I can tell you is one thing that I know on this journey is you can't do it alone. The biggest mistake that I made in my business when I first started was trying to figure it out on my own and not connecting with somebody who already had the blueprint. So I don't know about you, but I don't want this to end. I want to be in the space where I can support you more, not just with grants, but just with your business growth. Not just with business growth, but helping you scale your business to the 6 to 7 figure empire that it has the potential to be. There's somebody in this room that's playing it small when it comes to their dreams and comes to their goals. And it's just because you don't know what to do. It's not because you don't have the blueprint. It's not because you don't have the right vision. It's not because you don't have $1 million plan. It's because you don't have the blueprint. Can I give you the blueprint? Can I give you the blueprint? Type blueprint in the chat if you want the blueprint. Can I support you with going to the next level? Can I lock in arm in arm with you, hand in hand, and we go out and we go get this grant money together? Can I celebrate you as you build your $1 million business? Can I support you as you build your $1 million business? Can I give you the exact resources? One of my good friends, her name is Seven. She says, mentor means faster. Mentor means faster. Mentor means faster. And sometimes you just need that GPS. When you get in a car and you get ready to go to a destination that you've never been before, you immediately get in the car, you plug your phone in, and you go in and you type in the GPS, and the GPS gives you step-by-step directions on how to get to that next destination. That's what a mentor is. A mentor is a person that gives you the GPS. It gives you the steps. It gives you the turns. It tells you what roads to avoid, where to detour, how to go around. Can I be that for you? Can I be your GPS to the $1 million empire? Can I be your GPS to quitting that job, to building generational wealth? Can I be your GPS? So this is what I want to do. I've had a couple of people that have asked me about one-on-one coaching. I've had a couple, and although I don't offer one-on-one coaching, but I do have a program where it's very intimate coaching. It's very hand-on coaching. It's intimate support. I want to work with a couple of entrepreneurs, and I want to open up my mentorship program to help you on your journey. Now, this is how this process is going to work. There is an application. It's completely free application, but when we do this application, it's to make sure that we are aligned, to make sure that I am going to be able to coach you, that you are coachable, that I can support you, that I can help you. This is for anybody that's ready to go to the next level. This is for anybody that's tired of being tired, that's ready to grow, that's ready to win. Type win in the chat if you're ready to win. Now, as you fill out this application, my team is going to review this application. You're going to get an email, and when you get this email that says that you are accepted to go to the next step call, I want you to brag about it because it's a big deal. I want you to post it inside of the Facebook group and brag about it because it's a big deal, because there are some people that will be afraid to submit the application. There are some people that will second guess submitting the application. Now, in the next step call, this is where you will hear all of the value, all of the details, all of the information about what the mentorship will look like. How I can change your life by being your mentor and being your coach. You will not hear about this opportunity on Instagram. You will not see me post about this opportunity on Facebook. When my team drops this link, I want you to take action now. Somebody type now in the chat. I want you to take action now. No opportunity wasted. You waited long enough. You played small long enough. You've missed out on multiple opportunities. So my team is going to drop a link in the chat. I want you to click on the link and just go lock in your spot to learn about what this mentorship looks like. I will tell you this, full transparency, because I'm an honest coach. The mentorship is an investment into your business. I wish I could do it free for everybody, but when it's free, people don't pay attention. So there is an investment into your business to help you get to the next level. There is an investment into your growth to help you build generational wealth. The investment you will hear about in the next step calls. You will hear about it in the next step call. You are already counting yourself out. Don't count yourself out. Don't count yourself out. You don't even know what the investment is. I see your message in the chat. Don't count yourself out. You don't even know what the investment is. Ask yourself, how much does it cost you to stay in the same space that you're in? Ask yourself, how much does it cost you not to take action on opportunities? How many opportunities have you missed out on leading up to today? So this is what we're going to do. My team is going to drop the link in the chat. As soon as they drop the link in the chat, we're going to walk through this together to go lock in our spot. How many people do we got on this call? We got over 400 people on this call. I need 400 people to make sure they submit their application. I need over 400 people to make sure that they submit their application and get ready to drop. And I'm going to do something special. Okay? Team, you can drop the link inside the chat because there's somebody in the room that's ready to take action. There's somebody in the room that's ready to grow. There's somebody in the room that's tired of playing it small. There's somebody in this room that's ready to elevate, that's ready to go to the next level. There's somebody in the room that knows that success is just on the other side of the decisions that they're afraid to make. And those decisions that you are afraid to make might just be the one that change your life. So I want you to go click on the link. It's Apply with Coach K. After you click on the link, I want you to go lock in your spot. This is what it looks like. This is what it looks like. It's going to ask you a couple questions: first name, last name, email address, phone number. What is your current monthly income? What is your target income goal? We need to know these things so I know how I can best support you. We need to know these things so I can know how to mentor you, how to coach you, okay? What obstacles are in your way? What best describes you in your current experience? How willing are you and able to invest in the growth of your business? And why should we accept you into the Grants and AI Academy? And then just hit submit. The Grants and AI Academy has unlocked. Look at my girl Tiffany. I don't even think she knows she on here as a as a testimonial. But the Grants and AI Academy is life changing. It's life changing. Imagine what we've unlocked in the last 3 days, what I can give you if we work together for 6 months. Imagine what we've unlocked over the last few days, what I poured into you, what I've been able to teach you, how I've been able to help you. Some of you had no idea that you could qualify for these grants. Some of you had no idea what strategies that you could use to help you. And what I love about this program the most is it's not just grants. It's everything you need to make your business successful. It's everything I needed to make my business successful. After you complete the application comment done. So we help you with weekly Q&A calls. We teach you more about AI and how to implement in your business. We give you marketing strategies, growth strategies. It's the accountability you need. You get a curriculum. And if you're interested in being a certified grant writer, listen, I'm going to show you exactly how to be a certified grant. I'm giving y'all too much information. I'm giving y'all too much information. And then there's an opportunity for us to meet in person as well. An opportunity for us to meet. So imagine coming to a space that your coach has just made sure it's going to be the most amazing experience for you, and we get to meet in person. You get to ask me questions. I bring some of my millionaire, billionaire friends in and get to support you in person on what you need as well. So just hit apply with Coach K. Link is in the chat. Submit your application. Once you are accepted into the next step call, I want you to make sure you brag about it. Post it on Instagram, post it on Facebook, tag me so I can celebrate you. And then tomorrow we will detail exactly what this looks like, the investment that it will, the investment into your business and how we can grow and help you lock in together. All right. If you have any questions, drop your questions in the chat. This is completely different from Lifetime. It's completely different from the community. So the community, we have over 7,000 people inside of the community. The academy, it's only about 15 to 20 people that I'm coaching at one time. So I'm able to really coach you to success. I'm able to pour into you and give you what you need. So it's apply with CoachK.com. Comment done once you have completed. Comment done once you have completed. Comment done once you have done something different and stepped outside of your comfort zone. Comment done once you have decided to just go to the next level and finally decided to show up for you. You show up for everybody else. Make the decision tonight to show up for you. Yes, you can use AI to answer your questions. That's fine. I love it. Miss Carter said done. Latanya said done. I love it. I love it. Success loves speed too. Success loves speed. If there's anybody on the fence, let me know in the chat. If I don't have the resources, should I wait? Even if you don't have an LLC yet, if you know the business and the brand that you are building and you're ready to elevate and ready to grow, then yes, you still can make the investment. Yes, you can make the investment. Jumping in with no hesitation. I love it. I love it. Done, done, done. It's for nonprofits as well. Yes, Jessica, for profits and nonprofits. Good question. Somebody say, I'm ready to grow in the chat. If you completed it and you are ready to grow, you submitted, type I'm ready to grow in the chat. I'm ready to grow. I love it. I love it. I love it. Erin, I love it. I love it. I love it. Tracy, congratulations. Congratulations in advance. Congratulations in advance. Congratulations in advance. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right. I'm going to turn it over to my team. I'm going to turn it over to my team. Where are you? Hold on.
All right. Thank you, Coach. Thank you. They didn't have me unmuted, but I'm glad. Let me see. I see y'all. Lay says I'm working on it right now. Dale says done. Let's go. Let's go. I love it. Who else? I see Candace says done. Arlene says done. Shout out to Mary says done. Okay. All right. You didn't come to play. I love it. So just so you guys know, if you get approved, we will be hosting a separate call tomorrow, like Coach said. to go over the details. Okay, so applying is the first step if you want to be considered to join her academy, the inner circle, the highest level program she has at this moment. So make sure that you all go ahead and take advantage of that. The link, if you're driving or maybe you're at work and you just want to write it down real quick or save it somewhere, it's applywithcoachk.com. Applywithcoachk.com. All right. So go ahead and be working on that. A few reminders for everybody while you're working on that as we wrap up the day. We do have a call tomorrow morning, an accountability call that we're doing. So we'll make sure we post a link for that everywhere. So make sure you show up for that. One of our accountability coaches will be in the room, and you can get an experience of kind of what we do inside of the academy and some of our other communities. So that's going to be tomorrow at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So yesterday and today we had David Power Talk, but one of our accountability coaches tomorrow is going to be hosting at 8 a.m. a call for you all. Okay, so make sure you're on tomorrow so that you can be a part of just the accountability and mindset call that we're doing with our other coach. So be in the room there tomorrow as well. Just want to make sure you all are aware how things are going to go down. We're starting at the same time. Okay, we're starting at the same time, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But if you're a VIP member, we're going to be hosting a networking call at 5 p.m. Okay. So there's a networking call that's going to be happening. We're going to be doing speed networking in Zoom at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, yeah, somebody says, can we still join as VIP? Yes, you could still join as VIP if you'd like. You can. So, we'll be morning mindset call 8 a.m. 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, VIP only networking night, and then we're starting the final session at 6 p.m. Okay, so make sure you show up tomorrow as we got a lot to do. All right, a lot to do. All right, so with that being said, I do owe one last giveaway for people that went and subscribed to. If you're late here, it's all good. Maybe you showed up after I announced this earlier, but we are giving a $25 Amazon gift card to somebody who has went and subscribed to Coach K's audio podcast. So team, go ahead and drop that one more time. We have an interview with Coach K and Ashley Kirkwood dropping tomorrow. Y'all didn't know Coach had a podcast, do you? So make sure you go subscribe. Go subscribe, and I'm gonna pick one person right now who went ahead and subscribed. I'm gonna pick them to win a $25 Amazon gift card. Okay. She's also on YouTube. You can look up Quenta Prim on, or you can just search Coach K Access Granted on YouTube and you can find it. But go ahead and make sure you all subscribe as she has crazy good episodes dropping weekly. All right. So let me go ahead and give a shout out to the winner. I went ahead and selected somebody just a little bit ago. And the winner is, the person I picked, they're not in the room. Uh-oh. See, that's why you got to stay in the room. The person I picked wasn't even here. All right, so I got to go find another one. Here we go. I just picked my second place. Here we go. Here we go. The winner of it is Nia Imani. Is Nia Imani here with their camera on? Let me see. Is Nia Imani here with their camera on to accept the $25 Amazon gift card? Let me see if Nia is here in the room. Nia, your camera was off, Queen. You guys, you got by this. You barely slid by because by the time I pulled you up, I saw you just turn on your camera. But Nia, we're gonna send over a $25 Amazon gift card. Thanks for subscribing on
Thank you.
YouTube. I pulled it from the Facebook group, so I appreciate that. And I hope you're enjoying the challenge so far. So team, write down her name and have the team send her a gift card this week. All right. So somebody says, I thought today was the last day. No, this is a 5-day event. We have tomorrow and Friday. Tomorrow and Friday. Okay. So make sure you're showing up each and every day. Each and every day. This is going to be a crazy good event. All right. So how do we receive the list of links? Sam, let's do this. Mark, can you post the links that Darius Bender shared in the credit call in the Facebook group and pin it to the top? That's what we'll do, Sam. We'll post it to the top of the Facebook group, and I'll have Mark, who's on our team, I'll have Mark put it in the VIP portal as well. All right, let me see. Homework tonight is apply if you feel like you are ready to join a deeper mentorship experience. So if you're here and you're like, what's the homework? Your homework is to do everything that you hadn't done day one and two if you hadn't done those yet, and then go apply today if you feel like that's right for you. All right, so the Facebook community is in the chat. Team, drop it a couple more times. I see a few people saying they're not in there. So there we go. Click that blue link in the chat. Click that blue link to join the Facebook group, and our team will admit you in just a few minutes. So we'll see you all in the morning for the accountability and mindset call, and we'll see you tomorrow night for the rest of the events. Thank you guys for being here. We will see you very, very soon. Peace and blessings, guys. Thanks.